Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Chase Cunningham, Dr. Cunningham, Dr. Zero Trust. If you want to use that, I'm reporting for Cybersecurity HQ. It's coming up on Christmas. I'm going to give you some stuff you need to know this week in the realm of cybersecurity. Number one, great article on Reuters, however you say it. Cybercriminals are using Wyoming shell companies for global hacks, something I hadn't even considered. This was uncovered by a Somali reporter, Abdallah Ahmed Mumin, was distressed when he heard that a colleague had been abducted by a masked gunman at the University of Mogadishu on the morning of August 17th. This goes on to talk about this fellow sort of journalist and then the way that all this stuff was being put together. And basically, there's a tale in here of how the front shell organizations are moving the money around in this particular outfit. So Wyoming is the one place that you probably wouldn't expect money laundering to be taking place. Yeah, it's interesting. Reuters has found that there was more than 3 instances in the past 4 months in which digital offenders have implicated Wyoming LLCs in high-profile hacking activity. Interviews with half a dozen tech and compliance experts and hacking victims like Mumin suggest that state once owned as known as the rugged refuge for 19th century bandits, which was kind of what it was, is now catering to 21st century outlaws. There's a quote here. It's the virtual wild, wild west. Interesting. Joe Rubino, the general counsel for the Wyoming Secretary of State's office, which is responsible for registering the state's business entities, said his colleagues were taking the information flagged by Reuters, this particular article, for further review and investigation. The reason for this is that LLCs or corporations shield their owners from certain forms of liability, but tend to be easy to set up. Because Wyoming allows registered agents and state representatives to serve as the public point of contact for LLCs, their ownership can be kept secret from the wider public. So if you get something from someone in Wyoming, it could be a money laundering thing. Spiderman 2 developer Insomniac hit by Rhysida ransomware attack. I don't know. And basically, sucks because they're holding up the yet to be released Wolverine game, which I personally want to play. Ransomware operator Rhysida, whatever, has posted limited data that appears to back up its claim that it has successfully hacked video game developer Insomniac Games. Insomniac has won 2 awards for Spider-Man games and is now working on a Wolverine game, which again, I want to play. In fact, some details regarding the upcoming Wolverine game may have been included in the hack. So that's a leak, as an annotated screenshot from the game appears to be included in that game's proof of hack data. And I can see that right here in the pic, which definitely looks like a Wolverine thing. Also included are passport scans that appear to belong to Insomniac employees. So there's a PII problem there, including an ex-employee who now works at Disney. So yeah, be aware of that one. Hacker news: researchers unmasked Sandman's APT's hidden link to China-based Keyplug backdoor. That's a lot of stuff to say, but here we go. Tactical and targeting overlaps have been discovered between enigmatic advanced persistent threat group Sandman and a China-based threat cluster that's known to use a backdoor known as Keyplug. The assessment comes jointly from SentinelOne, PwC, that's PricewaterhouseCoopers, and Microsoft Threat Intelligence team, based on the fact that the adversary's Lua-based malware, Lua Dream, and Keyplug have been determined to cohabitate in the same victim networks. Microsoft and PwC are tracking the activity under the names Storm 0866 and Red Dev 40, respectively. Again, I don't know who does the naming of this stuff, but whatever. The implementation of Lua Dream and Keyplug reveals indicators of shared development practices and overlaps in functionalities and design, suggesting shared functional requirements by their operators. In other words, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck. So looks like you could say Chinese APT is probably behind Sandman. Politico article: cyber attack cuts most internet connections in Ukraine. The attack comes as experts warn that Russia is likely to intensify because of winter coming on. So here you're seeing an escalation of cyber attacks breaching into the realm of physical, and it is around this particular sort of conflict that's going on right now. Ukraine's largest telecom operator was targeted by a cyber attack on Tuesday that severely impacted internet services in portions of the country, with most government agencies with a brain in their head blaming Russia. The attack comes as experts are warning that Russia is likely to intensify its cyber attacks on Ukraine in the winter months and marks one of the largest cyber attacks against a Ukrainian company since the beginning of Russia's invasion a year ago. The telecom group Kyivstar, I believe, posted a translated statement on X on Tuesday morning that the company was a target of powerful hacker attack, which caused a technical failure that led to the company's telecom and internet access networks collapsing. The company with about 26 million customers in Ukraine wrote on X or Twitter, our enemies are insidious, but we are ready to face any difficulties, overcome, and continue working for Ukraine. So this is not new. This has been going on for a while, but this is an escalation, and it's an escalation of these attacks in line with winter coming on and the expected growth of Russian attacks in that area. U.S. Cyber Command published this. U.S. allies highlight Russian state actor Star Blizzard's spear-phishing campaigns. This is direct from Fort Meade. Used to work there. Used to live there. U.S. Cyber Command's Cyber National Mission Force, alongside interagency and foreign partners, issued a joint cyber advisory highlighting advanced spear-phishing campaigns and tactics and techniques from the Russia-based malicious actor Star Blizzard, formerly known as Cyborgium, also known as Callista Group, TA446, Cold Driver, Tag 53, and/or Blue Charlie. Since 2019, linked to the Russian FSB, this group has targeted academia, defense, government organizations, non-government think tanks, and high-profile individuals. Targets in the UK appear to be as noted as well. The report is fully available. It's extremely detailed. Go look at this and read through it, because this is not exactly out for broad dissemination, but it's publicly available. So if you have any of these indicators, IOCs, TTPs, those things in your network, probably a problem. Those are the things that I think you need to know this week. Coming up on the holidays, coming up on Christmas. God bless. Be safe. Catch you on the next one.